Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be an update because I haven't been around. So this update is just gonna be an update on the semester, my past semester, and then for next semester. So the semester that we just ended, it was a lot. No, out, come on, go. Okay. So I was taking 5 classes. So I took System Dynamics, which is a upper division junior level class. It's kind of just like applying math and physics to like thermal systems, hydraulic systems, all that type of stuff. I took a Design 2 course. We designed a 3D model car, and we were required to like make revisions and stuff throughout the semester. That class was a lot of fun. I then took a Design and Machine Elements course. That course, I thought was just going to be kind of like a piece of cake, but it wasn't. We kind of touched upon like springs, nuts, bolts, cap screws, just like a whole bunch of stuff. So that course went good. I also took a course in technical writing, so this course kind of helped. We kind of focused more on like how to present your technical information. So in the engineering department, we do a lot of like technical writing and stuff. And then my last course that I did was my research. I'm working with a professor on campus, and we are using a flow simulator to produce power. So that was last semester. I ended up doing really good, but I busted I really worked hard last semester. But next semester I'll be my first semester senior year, which is really exciting. So next semester I'll be taking, actually before I tell you what I'm taking, these courses, if you go onto like your course, or if you go onto your school's like course list and stuff, you can kind of look at like the course description. I don't have those in front of me. So with that, my senior year next semester, I'll be taking the course in finite element analysis, heat transfer. I'll be taking my last course in design. I think it's called Design of Instrumental Measurements, I think, which is going to be really interesting. I am doing another independent study, which is just more research. I'm actually doing it with a different professor. And I'm working with a fellow student, actually, so it should be really fun. I'm taking my senior design project, so that's our capstone project. So your senior year, your last 2 semesters in undergrad, this would be like our final project, and we have to write our undergrad thesis for that. And then I am also taking a electrical engineering course, and that title is called Signals and Systems. I was kind of in the air with this course. I kind of wanted to take something different next semester. Instead of taking like a mechanical engineering elective, I decided to switch it up and take an electrical engineering elective, and I've heard that the course is really interesting, so I'm excited for that. And then my last semester, I would be taking Senior Design 2, which is just like a continuation. And then I currently am at SUNY Paltz, so our elective courses are called professional electives. So those are any courses that are in the School of Science and Engineering. So either math, physics, engineering, any of the sciences like chemistry, biology. So any of those, the 300 levels are up. So I think I have to take 3. So that's exciting. So after next semester, I'll be done with my core engineering classes that I need to fulfill my requirements. I do want to mention, a lot of people ask, is engineering hard? Depending on what type of student you are. I have seen many students that are just book smart and they just memorize everything and don't really understand what's going on. And then there's people who aren't book smart, actually, who have to study and actually understand what's going on. And I feel like I fall into that category where I have to study really hard to actually fully understand the material. My last semester in my Design of Machine Elements course, there was a few students in that class that were seniors that were graduating. And they sat down in lecture, so it was an hour and 15-minute lecture, and they fully understood the course material that the professor went over. And I was just sitting there like, what? So like, you can kind of see in your classes what type of students there are. So that course I really needed to study for. There wasn't tests in that course. They were like projects that we did once a week. And they were challenging, so they weren't just like, oh, there you go. So for my other course that I took last semester, which was System Dynamics, that course was kind of like review, and then we just added some concepts. That course was very heavy demanded on projects. So we had 2 main projects in that course that took up a lot of time, a lot of programming, and a lot of simulations, and there was a lab required. So, but overall, that class was very interesting. There were 3 exams in that course, so 2 exams throughout the semester, and then our final. I did very good in this class. I studied really hard for that class. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was really interesting. I feel like you use that a lot. This course would be kind of like a non-linear dynamic. So we did a lot of linear computations and analysis, but we did do some non-linear, but then we linearized it. So non-linear and linear meaning like depending on what kind of differential equation and function you have. I don't want to go too in depth with that. So it really depends on where your weaknesses and struggles and advantages are, because some people are good with like ordinary differential equations. You're going to need that. So like if you didn't understand that, I recommend you to really understand it. You do use that a lot. Also, another big math tip would be linear algebra will be your friend. When you're solving like 4 equations and 4 unknowns or higher, you're going to want to use a matrix to solve that. It's just a little bit easier. Also, I would recommend learning how to code. Where is that, like C++, MATLAB, Mathematica, any type of coding, because that will help your life, basically. I tended to use a lot of codes for like homeworks, projects, and then just kind of just like for fun, just seeing what you can do and stuff. So to answer most people's questions where they're saying, is engineering hard? I feel like if you kind of have the right mindset, and if you like to learn and you like to push yourself, then I would recommend it. Some courses are harder than others. It just really depends on what your style of learning is and how much time and effort you're going to put into it. So for that being said, that's like going to be like my coursework for this upcoming semester. I'm taking 6 courses. I mean, it's a lot. It's actually 16 credits. Sorry, I'm just writing stuff down right here. I have taken 16 credits during my undergrad. I've actually taken more in my last school. But this is a heavy load. But I feel like I can do it. So with that being said, now that I'm entering my senior year, you do have to start thinking about like graduating and finding a job and studying for the FE. So right now I'm on my summer break. So I actually went out and bought the Fundamentals of Engineering exam by Barron's. It's like a review book type of thing. That. And then I also, from a friend, I actually got the FE Mechanical Engineering Practice Exam book. So she gave that to me so I didn't have to buy it. So that will be my summer. I will be studying for that. Basically what the FE is kind of like a little bit of everything combined into one humongous online test. You do have to pay for this exam, and it is a pass or fail exam, so you don't it's really not like a grade, it's just pass or fail. But starting this semester, I started thinking about that, and then I also started thinking about taking like my GRE just in case, or not just in case, I do eventually want to go get my master's degree in mechanical engineering, so kind of thinking about studying for that soon. The only problem with, so I'm done talking about the GRE. The only problem with the FE exam is there's heat transfer material on this test, and I haven't taken that course yet. So I will not be reviewing that over the summer. This summer I'm going to review kind of statics, dynamics, mechanics and materials, and then the system dynamics part. And then I'll study the fluid mechanics part and the thermodynamics part, and the heat transfer part after next semester. So like that's all together in one. So kind of that's where I'm at right now with my studies. It's interesting, scary, fun. And then during the semester, you're reliant on coffee, Monster, Red Bull, food, and then obviously like your course, your friends and your professors. So like, I'm not saying anything bad about engineering. I enjoy my studies, and I find it very interesting is what us engineers can do in the real world. So that's kind of my whole spiel and checkup. I believe my next video is gonna be soon. I don't know what it is gonna be, but I think I kind of want to start like a engineering series, kind of talking about what you guys are gonna do in school, because I feel like when I switched my major into mechanical engineering from math, there wasn't a lot of anything out there to kind of explain what it is you're going to be doing. I found a lot of like day in the lives of like a chemical engineer or electrical engineer like at school, but mechanical engineering is very different, whereas like we don't spend all of our time in like a little lab playing with circuits. We're actually like programming and coding and working with classmates and working on a huge whiteboard doing all of our math out and working in the materials lab. So that's kind of what I kind of want to gear for this channel now, is kind of focusing on like what you're actually going to be doing, as I find it helpful. It's for prospering students that are looking into studying mechanical engineering. I feel like having some form of like resource is really helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a lot of like blabbering and talking, but that's kind of what this topic is about. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for other engineering videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.